Well, guys, as 2025 comes to a close, I'm obligated as a movie channel to look back and talk about that seminal favorite which has turned 40. And yes, I know other channels have gotten into this. I'm, of course, talking about the box office bomb, Secret Admirer. The movie that kicked off C. Thomas Howell's linear downfall. From writer-director David Greenwalt, we have Michael, C. Thomas Howell. He has a best friend, Tony, Lori Loughlin, and he'd like Tony's help asking out her friend, Debbie. Played by the gorgeous, though I would say arguably equal footing with Lori Loughlin at the time, Kelly Preston. But someone is a secret admirer, having dropped a love letter into Michael's locker. Who could it be? But Michael wants Tony's help writing a letter to Debbie. But this gets intercepted by her folks, and next thing you know, the parents are involved. And yes, Dee Wallace is playing C. Thomas Howell's mom. It's an E.T. reunion. There are plenty of things Secret Admirer gets wrong. First of all, we don't really have any iconic 80s music. Unaware of what genre it wants to be, Secret Admirer plays like wish fulfillment. This Blu-ray, which, well, frankly, its best feature is the fact that you can change out the cover inside, and I kind of went with this one that kind of had the cast there. We have a commentary track which divulges that, yeah, this is exactly what happened. The hot girl wanted to bang me so bad, and she wanted to lie to her friends so that they would know she's a good lay. I wasn't really in the scene in 1985, but I don't think that this is the way people behaved. But as a sex comedy goes, we only really have one couple. It's not like Tony's going to make Michael angry and upset by getting with Debbie's boyfriend. Seriously, Michael's got sidekick comedy relief friends who are the antithesis of laughs. In fact, the movie forgets that these guys even exist halfway through. So all of the fun shenanigans one would need in a successful teen sex comedy in the 80s, Secret Admirer doesn't have it. Well, except one or two things. That's right, Kelly Preston gets out her incredible breasts, which my channel members are enjoying uncensored. Yes, I go there. And she does so in 2 scenes. This is an R-rated film. The creepy director, who mind you is a co-creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, even divulges that one scene was cold for reasons.
And there's a little trick in the trade in which you run an air conditioning tube. How can I describe this? You make your nipples look a little better by putting cold air on them.
Aside from being unfunny, Secret Admirer gives you characters who are unlikable. Should Tony really want to be with Michael? You know he's been with or pretty damn close to Debbie. Should we be rooting for Michael, who can't see that Lori Loughlin in 1985 is a total smoke show? Interesting note, C. Thomas Howell was something of a stunt actor. This jump into this car is not something you expect every star to be doing these days. And how old do I feel when the adults passing around the Secret Admirer's letter is a little more compelling than the stuff the teens are doing? But let's give it up to the late Kelly Preston here. Maybe her top form was a little closer to the end of the 80s. I think she actually looked her best in 1996's Jerry Maguire. But this is probably the best known actress to never receive any nomination outside of the Razzies. With the gift of hindsight, it really shouldn't surprise you that Secret Admirer was a box office dud. But it's also so tonally weird. We have very adult things happening without reference to drugs. So we failed at the teen sex comedy part, but we also failed at the gritty realism with consequences one would see like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So at the box office, in terms of quality, really on all fronts, okay, well, except for one front, Secret Admirer was a dud. I give it 2 out of 4 stars.
Hey, this is Vaughn's mom again, and I just want to remind you that if you want to see the boobies in this movie review, it's going to be $2.99 a month.